How to handle the market competition in business is a pain in every industry. And in market research, I found there are some common tools and practices followed by the marketing professionals and brand managers to be in the market, such as giving good deals, customer experience, offers, finding niche. These are some common practices followed by them. But my question to you is, how can you expect an extraordinary result by following the same strategy? How would you make your organization, your service stand out from the crowd by following the same strategies? How would you emerge as a brand? If you really want to emerge as a brand, you'll have to have a formula, which is X factor formula. With my learning and experience, I have developed an X factor formula, which is consisted of four key elements. Just like the shape of the X, there are four key elements. To start with, the first formula is novelty with familiarity. Let me ask you, why do you buy what you buy? Why do you make certain selections? Be it a product, services, anything. Why do you make that selection? What is that factor that influences your decision? I'll let you know. In an interesting research done on consumer behavior by Dr. Robert Cialdini, professor of psychology at Arizona State University, the human brain constantly seeks for consistency. We enjoy consistency because it gives us comfort level. It gives us that comfort level that we start enjoying that. This is the reason out of 100, the 99% of the consumers have the same pattern, tendency of following the same buying pattern, because they somehow have the trust that connect with that product. They feel some connection, some emotion, they have developed some emotion with that. This is the reason the big companies, they focus more on understanding the psychology of the customer. This is what I would like to recommend all of you, to stop doing analysis of your competitors and stop preparing battling strategies and focus more and invest more on understanding the psychology of your TGs, your customers, and try to give them some surprise, some excitement, some newness along with the connection. Believe me, nobody in the market will be able to beat you if you will be able to develop such strategy. The second formula is Slingshot Principle. In business terminology, the Slingshot Principle means giving value to the customer first and gaining the profit at the later stage. If you examine the wealthy individuals and big companies, they develop their strategies in a way that they give a trust, a credibility over their brand by giving an exciting and a experience to their customer that nobody else is delivering in the market. For example, the telecom brand Jio, they came up with a certain small top-up plans and they gave their customers the experience that no other companies had given to their customers. They gave them liberty to connect with their dear ones for unlimited time, and they gave them access to internet so that they can have fun through the internet, they can have information through the internet. They gave them all the experience that nobody in the market could ever give to the customer. They gave value to them, and gradually the customers, the TGs started developing habit of that. And once the customer developed that habit, then they analyze the market and they increase their rate, because now it was the time for them to gain their receiving, their profit. So this is the slingshot formula. This formula applies on our life as well. If you want to reach at the state of fearlessness, you'll have to first face the fear. If you want to reach at the extreme level of comfort, you'll have to first step out of the comfort zone. This is how the slingshot formula works. Now comes the third formula, most advanced yet acceptable. It is little tricky yet promising. Why I'm saying it is little tricky, you'll get to know. I'll give you an example. In earlier days, the mode of communication, mode of sharing information was the post office. Later on, the technology was introduced to us where we could share the information on email. Some of you may call it an innovation, but I believe it is an advanced form of the same concept. There was the acceptance in the public. They only created the advanced form of the same concept. That's why it was widely accepted. Because the customer, the consumer already had the need and the acceptance of the particular, that respected product or the service. This is what called the most advanced and the yet acceptable strategy. However, generally in the market, the small players, they follow the strategy of the big market players. They simply create a replica and start selling and marketing. But excuse me, it will not last for long. If you wish to win over the competition and emerge as a brand, you'll have to create and innovate an advanced form of your service, of your product, which is acceptable to your target audience. Only then you will be able to emerge as a brand in the market that nobody will be able to beat. Now comes the last and very important point, which is focus on your reputation. I'll give you an example. In older days, the businesses were done only on handshake, good terms, on commitments, and cash was the only currency of the business. There were no credit cards, no debit card, no cryptocurrency, no check. The only trust was the factor, and the same formula of reputation, the trust, relates to the current technology supported market. If you are able to maintain your reputation, and how can you maintain your reputation? By developing a credibility and trust over your brand. And how can it be done? By managing your brand development strategy, your reputation, and of course, the good quality of services. So, if you are striving to emerge as a brand and win over the competition, trust me, these formulas will really help you, because it is also applicable and equally effective in personal branding as well. Thank you.